All right, the next table we're going to dive into is the family table. So you can go look at the documentation here. And when you look at the data model, the family is at the top left right here. And of course, it connects to the data model to the family element key from the family element. So let's go into the table view and we'll poke at the family and see what's in here. So the first thing is the key. As usual, you can count the number of families. So for example, if you're listing a material and you want to see how many families have this material, you can simply count the number of keys. Now here our element, that's actually our connection to the element table. So if you look at, let's say, element 6 and you go in the element table at number 6, that's going to be the family of number 6. It is hidden because it's a connection. We don't need to count it. It's just there for connecting. All right, then we have a unique ID. Turns out every family has a unique ID. If you have data like this, you can use that for your connection. Otherwise, not very useful. We're going to see here if the family is an in-place family. So in-places families are bad. And so you'll see basically we use this in our family in place report to identify all of these families. All right, next we have the family name. So this is pretty self-explanatory. This is a core part of our hierarchy. And as we talked in the element video, and as we talked about in the element table video, you can get this exact same data here from the reference data family name inside the reference data folder. So let's get back to the family and we'll go here. Now, the family name audit character, this is pulling out everything that is not alphanumerical. So if it's not 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, you're going to see the characters in here. Usually going to identify a certain amount of problems. The more characters you have in here, the worse, and some characters may be illegal based on your standards. In here, we have the same values as the family name, but these are case sensitive. So if you don't remember what case sensitivity is, we'll probably make a video on that. We also talked about it when discussing the element table in general. Here we have the family type, and this is basically going to differentiate what is a system family versus a loadable family, or here it just says family, for example. So system families work differently. Those are going to be things like your stairs, your floors, your walls. System families generally act in a customized manner for their own architectural needs. So a floor has an outline and it may have some ups and downs and things like that, versus a toaster. Well, a toaster is just a toaster, is just a toaster. So loadable families like a toaster is much more simple than a floor, which has specific architectural needs. So the floor is a system family, the toaster is a regular family. Actually, I think that's just to repeat whether it's a system family or not. So not much value there. You can use whichever one you want. This one may be a bit more explicit because it's using words instead of true or false. Now, the OmniClass columns, the OmniClass data is at the family level. So if there's data in here for the OmniClass, that's where you're going to find it. And we kind of promoted these parameters to the family level so that you wouldn't have to go grab it or promote it yourself if you care about this. So this is where you're going to find all of the OmniClass data, if there is any in this case. Finally, we tell you whether the OmniClass is assigned or not. So it's pretty easy to tell from whether there's data in the OmniClass tables. But if you just want to make a list of everything that's not assigned and make a list of everything that's assigned, you can use this column for your filters. Now that's it for the families table. So without any further ado, let's move on to the next one. All right, cheers.